Hello students. So in the previous classes we have studied about addition and subtraction of vectors, parallelogram law, triangle law, and we did certain numericals on it. So moving further with our vector algebra, our topic for today will be multiplication of vectors. So now we will study how do we multiply two vectors. Of course, by now you must have understood that vector algebra is nothing like the same algebra, like 2 into 2 is 4 normally, but when you multiply two vectors, the answer is going to be different. Okay, so for under multiplication of vectors, we have to study three types of multiplication. One is when you multiply a scalar with a vector. Okay, that is the first type of multiplication. Second is if you multiply a vector with a vector, and once more when you multiply a vector with a vector. So what's the difference between these two? When you multiply a vector with a vector taking the dot product of two, you get a scalar. Have patience, we understand it slowly. For just now, you just understand that in one situation, vector multiplied by a vector, that is when you multiply two vectors, you get the answer as a scalar. Okay. For example, if there is vector A and there is vector B, and when you multiply, then the answer is a scalar product. Okay, this is a scalar. What is a scalar? Any term which has only magnitude. So the C might be 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 100, whatever, but it will be a scalar. So this is a vector into vector which gives you a scalar, that is called as the dot product. Okay, then if you multiply a vector with a vector and you get the answer as a vector only, like if A and B are two vectors and their multiplication gives you a vector, that means the answer which you obtain will also be a vector. In that case, this multiplication is called a vector product, or it is also called a cross product. This multiplication is called as a dot product. This multiplication is called as a cross product. So we have to study dot product and cross product in details, and it's very useful when we study physics. So this one is easy. If you want to multiply a scalar with a vector, for example, if I give you, so vector A is equals to 2i cap plus 3j cap minus k cap. Okay, and I ask you find the value of 3a, 3 times vector A. So here what are we doing? This A is a vector and 3 is a scalar. So we are multiplying a scalar with a vector. Okay, that will give you a vector only. So that there is normal multiplication, 3 into 2i plus 3j cap minus k cap. So you normally multiply 3 2s are 6i cap plus 3 3s are 9j cap minus 3k cap. Okay, so this is 3 times vector A. So multiplying a scalar with a vector will always give you a vector. Okay, that will be like, for example, displacement is a vector quantity. If I tell you that when a body moves from position A, from point A to point B, okay, its displacement is 5 meters. Find what will be 3 times of the displacement. So that is how we find the scalar into vector product. Okay, basically we have to study in details the vector, the dot product and the cross product. So let's see what are these two. Like I've given an example. Cross product we will study in the next class. Today we will study scalar product or dot product in details. Right? So the scalar product or the dot product is when we multiply two vectors and you get the answer as a scalar. Okay. Now see, for example, I give you this is vector A and this is vector B. Okay. And I asked you to find the multiplication, the product of these two vectors. What do? We join the two vectors tail to tail. The angle theta between them is given. Then the dot product is vector A dot vector B. Okay, we call it dot because we take the dot product. I'll tell you what is dot product. What is that? Magnitude of A into magnitude of B cos theta. Okay, what is A dot B? Magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and cos of the angle between them. Which angle? Angle between A to B. Obviously when we are writing A dot B, then we go from A to B. So this is the angle when you go from A to B this way. Okay, and you can go from A to B this way also. But remember, we've always studied that we have to take the smaller angle. So it will be easy for you to remember. Just take the smaller angle. So A dot B is AB cos theta, right? Here you can find, if I ask you in this case only, what is B dot A? Okay, so B dot A will be magnitude of B multiplied by magnitude of A cos of the angle between B to A. Now see, here you have to go from B to A like this, going from B to A. So what is this angle now? This is theta, then going from B to A is 360 minus theta. Okay, so when taking the dot product of B and A, you go from B to A. But see, one thing is very special over here. What is cos 360 minus theta? I told you this in one of the previous classes. Remember this, all sine, tan, cos. Okay, then here this is, if 360 minus theta, 360 is over here, 0, 90, 180, 270, and this will be again 360. So 360 is over here, minus theta will be somewhere over here. That means you're coming in the fourth quadrant. 360 minus theta is in the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, cos is positive. So all sine, tan, cos. See, cos is positive in the fourth quadrant. So 360 minus theta will be plus cos theta. So you get B dot A also as BA cos theta. Cos 360 minus theta is cos theta. So both the results are same. So simply you have to remember whether A dot B or B dot A, it is magnitude of A, magnitude of B cos theta. And what will be theta? The smaller angle between A and B. Okay. Also, to give you the proof, how do we get this? A dot B is AB cos theta. If this is vector A, let me take it over here only. This is vector A and this is vector B. Okay, and angle between them is theta. Then A dot B is AB cos theta, or you can write magnitude of A is this vector A and B cos theta. What is B cos theta? Is if you take the component of B along A, which is component, this is B, it will have two components, one this component and one this perpendicular component. Okay, so this component will be B cos theta, okay, in line with the angle theta, and the perpendicular component will be B sin theta. Okay, so A dot B is multiplication of vector A and vector B when they are taken parallel to each other. So what do we get? A dot B is AB cos theta. AB cos theta. And you have to take the magnitude of A and B in mod sign. Remember, it will be taken as positive value. So magnitude of A, magnitude of B cos theta. Okay. So this is how we take the scalar product or dot product of two vectors. Now where do we use this, or can you give an example where when we multiply two vectors we get a scalar as an answer? So the simple example is work. You've studied about this. Work is equals to force into displacement, right? And here force is a vector quantity, displacement is a vector quantity, and when you multiply them, force into displacement, you get work. What kind of quantity is work? Work is a scalar quantity. I hope all of you know this. Work doesn't have any direction. When we were studying about scalars and vectors in the first video of vectors, I gave work as an example for scalar quantity, right? So when you multiply force into displacement, vector into vector, for example, force is like this and as the displacement is like this, angle between them is theta. Find work will be equals to Fs cos theta. Remember studying this formula in class 9? There we just studied the formula directly, W is equals to Fs cos theta. Now you know why this formula came, because force and displacement both are vector quantities, and when we multiply vector into vector taking the dot product, we get work, which is a scalar quantity. Okay, so this is the dot product. Okay, what if the angle between two vectors is 90 degree? We know vector A dot B is equals to magnitude of A, magnitude of B cos theta. What if angle theta is 90 degree? Angle theta is 90 degree, that means vector A and vector B will be perpendicular to each other. Okay, angle between them is 90 degree. Then what do we get? AB is equals to AB cos 90 degree. Magnitude of A, magnitude of B, and cos 90. What is cos 90? 0. So this whole thing becomes 0. So this is a very, very important result for you to remember. Remember this. Make it as a note with a star sign, that if two vectors are perpendicular, then their dot product is 0. You can state it the other way also, that if it is given that the dot product of two vectors is 0, that means they are perpendicular to each other. Okay, vice versa you can understand. So depending on the question what is given, you have to remember this. If in the question it is stated that two vectors are given and they are perpendicular to each other, that means when you take the dot product, you will get it as 0. Or if it is given that the dot product of two vectors is 0, it implies that they are perpendicular to each other, right? So remember this, right? Obviously, if you are getting the multiplication of two vectors is 0, it is a possibility that one of the two vectors might be 0. That means one vector A has some value and the other vector B is 0. So A dot B will be 0 in that case. But that is a possibility that will be given. But basically when two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then their dot product is 0. Okay. In this line, let's talk about orthogonal unit vectors. We've studied about orthogonal vectors. Orthogonal unit vectors, right? I think in the previous class only we studied about orthogonal unit vectors. So what are orthogonal unit vectors? The unit vectors in the xy z direction, or the unit vectors vector I cap, which is in the positive x direction, vector j cap, which is in the positive y direction, and vector k cap, which is in the positive z direction. Okay, so these are called orthogonal unit vectors because all three are perpendicular to each other, right? Now if we take the dot product of these two orthogonal vectors, let us first take I dot j, the dot product of I and j. What will be I dot j? That will be magnitude of I, magnitude of j, cos of angle between I and j. Since they are orthogonal, what is angle between I and j? 90 degree. So cos 90 will be 0. That means I dot j is 0, right? Similarly, j dot I will also be equals to 0. I dot j is equals to j dot I. That means a dot b equals to b dot a, or we can say that dot product is commutative. Similarly, j dot k. Again, j and k are perpendicular to each other. So since they are perpendicular, the dot product will be 0. So again, j dot k will be 0. That will be equals to k dot j. Whether you take j dot k or you take k dot j, the dot product will be 0. Similarly, k dot I will be equals to 0 and I dot k will also be equals to 0, right? So remember, orthogonal unit vectors, or when you multiply I dot j or I dot k or any orthogonal vectors are multiplied with each other, their dot product is 0. What about I dot I? That means if you multiply vector I with vector I, or let me say that when two vectors are in the same direction, let us say vector A is given like this and vector B is also given like this. Now both are only in the positive x direction, so they will have only I components like ax and bx, right? So what will be the dot product of A dot B? So in that case, I dot I will be equals to magnitude of I cos theta. What will be theta in this case? When you take I dot I, so both vectors are along the same line. Theta between them is 0. So cos 0. I, magnitude of I is 1. Again, magnitude of I is 1. Cos 0. Theta is 0 when you take I dot I. So cos 0 is again 1. So I dot I is equals to 1. Similarly, j dot j is equals to 1 and k dot k is also equals to 1. So remember, when you multiply the dot product, or when you take the dot product of two same orthogonal vectors, I dot I, j dot j, k dot k, that will be 1. And when you multiply the orthogonal vectors with each other, I dot j, j dot k dot I, or vice versa, the product will be 0. Okay, this is very important because this will be helpful in solving the numericals. Okay, let's see some numericals. Yes, let's find the multiplication of these two vectors. Vector A is 2i cap plus 3j cap, B is 4i cap plus 5j cap. So what do we normally do? Vector A dot vector B will be equals to 2i cap plus 3j cap multiplied by 4i cap plus 5j cap. Right? So how do we open the brackets and multiply? What do you do? 2i cap into 4i cap plus 5j cap plus 3j cap into 4i cap plus 5j cap. Right? This is how you do. 2 multiplied with this bracket plus 3 multiplied with this bracket. This is how we normally do. Let's see what do we get. 2 into 2. 4 2s are 8. I dot I is 1 plus 5 2s are 10. I dot j is 0 plus 3 4s are 12. J dot I is 0 plus 3 5s are 15. J dot j is 1. So what do we get? 8, this is 0, this is 0. 8 plus 15, that is 23. Okay. So see, vector product dot product of two vectors gives you a scalar. So this is a lengthy procedure. Let's cut it down with a shortcut. See, when you have x, y, z components of two vectors or three vectors or four vectors, however, how many vectors they can be, you just multiply the x components, y components, j component, k components, like that. For example, if vector A is ax plus ay plus az, okay, and vector B is given as bx plus by plus bz, then what do you do? Multiply x into x, a into b, y into y, z into z. That means here you will multiply only the I components and add them to the product of jj components. That means A will be equals to multiply I components, 2 into 4. Okay, you know I dot I is 1, right? So that will be I dot I. Then plus 3 into 5, multiply the jj components. 3 into 5 is 15. Okay, so 2 4s are 8 plus 5 3s 3 into 5. Okay, 8 plus 15, that is 23. So you're getting the same result. So you can follow the shortcut and you can directly find the dot product of two vectors by just multiplying the I, jj and kk components. No, because you know I dot j, j dot k, k dot I will be 0. So no need to multiply all the terms. So let's apply over here. See, A is given 2i cap plus j cap plus k cap and B is given as I cap minus j cap plus 3k cap. Find A dot B. Okay, so A dot B will be simply equals to, multiply the I components, 2 into 1, that is 2 minus plus, that is minus 1 into 1 plus 3 into 1. Okay, that is 2 minus 1 is 1 plus 3, that is equals to 4. Okay, so directly you get this result without going into this long cut method. Only multiply the I components of the two vectors, or if there would have been 3 vectors or 4 vectors, for all the vectors multiply their I components plus jj component plus kk components and you get the result. This is pretty easy, I think. Okay. So this question is, if a vector 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 8k cap is perpendicular to the vector 4i cap minus 4j cap plus alpha k cap, then find the value of alpha. So here what is given? There are two vectors given and it is given that they are perpendicular to each other. Vector A, you can name them. Vector A is equals to 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 8k cap, and vector B is equals to 4i cap minus 4j cap plus alpha k cap. These two vectors are perpendicular to each other and you have to find the value of alpha. So see here, that note will be useful, that when two vectors are perpendicular to each other, that means their dot product is 0. So we know that the vectors are perpendicular to each other, so A dot B is equals to 0. So simply take the dot product with the shortcut method, multiply the I components. 4 2s are 8 plus it will be minus jj components, 3 4s are 12 plus 8 alpha is equals to 0, right? So 8 minus 12 is minus 4 plus 8 alpha is equals to 0. That means 8 alpha is equals to 4, or alpha is equals to 4 by 8, that is equals to 1 by 2. So simply you get the value, the unknown value of alpha. This you have to remember, it will not be stated in the question that you have to take this step. Equate A dot B equals to 0. What will be given? That the two vectors are perpendicular, and this you only have to apply, that if two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then their dot product is 0. Okay. Then we come to the application of dot product. Where do we use the dot product, and or what is the application of dot product? You will get many questions from the application part. Application of the dot product is to find the angle between two vectors. We know the dot product of two vectors A dot B is given by magnitude of A, magnitude of B, cos theta. So from here we can write cos theta is equals to A dot B upon magnitude of A into magnitude of B. So if you have two vectors, then their dot product divided by the product of their magnitudes will give you the angle, cos of the angle between them. So if it's a known value, you can find the angle directly, or you can leave it like that. For example, if A is equals to 2i cap minus j cap plus k cap and B is I cap minus j cap, then find the angle between them. So here two vectors are given and you have to find the angle between them. So remember, the application of dot product is to find the angle. So directly use the dot product. So A dot B is equals to 2 into 1, that is 2, minus of minus plus 1 into 1, that is 1, plus k into 0, that will be 0. Okay, so A dot B is equals to 2 plus 1, 3. And what is magnitude of A and magnitude of B? So magnitude of A, remember, magnitude of A under root of I square plus j square plus k square. So that is 2 square plus 1 square plus 1 square. That will be 2 square 4, 5, 6, root 6. And magnitude of B, this is magnitude of A. Magnitude of B will be equals to under root of 1 square minus 1 square, that is plus 1 square only. So that is root 2. Okay, so cos theta will be equals to A dot B upon magnitude of A, magnitude of B. You don't need to remember this formula, you just need to remember this, and from there you can derive this. A dot B upon magnitude of A, magnitude of B. So what is A dot B? That is 3. Magnitude of A is root 6, magnitude of B is root 2. Okay, so what will be this? 3 divided by root 6 can be written as 2 into 3, so root 2 whole square will be 2 into root 3, so that is 2 root 3. Okay, so 3 by 2 root 3, or you can write this as root 3 into root 3, so that will be equals to root 3 by 2. Okay, so cos theta is equals to root 3 by 2. Right, so you know now cos of what angle is root 3 by 2? Right, cos 60 is root 3, cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So angle theta can be found out, right? I'll give you 2 small numericals for your homework. I want you to do them in your copies and comment the result in your classroom. Okay. For example, vector A is given as 2i cap plus j cap minus k cap. Okay, and vector B is given as I cap minus j cap. Find angle theta between A and B. Okay, this is one example. And the second homework for you is, let us take vector A. You can, why always vector A? You can take it anything, vector P. Vector P is equals to I cap plus j cap, and vector Q is equals to I cap minus j cap. Okay, find theta between them. So I want the answer of these 2 questions, and I want you to comment the answer in your classroom app. Don't comment me personally, right? Taking the last example, find the angle that vector A cap, which is given as vector A, that is given as I cap plus j cap, makes with the x axis. So there's a vector A, okay, and you have to find what angle it makes with the x axis. Okay, so obviously from here, what angle it makes with the x axis. So what do we do in this case? See, you know that when you have to find the angle, you can use the dot product because it's the application. So simply take 2 vectors. Here just one vector is given, I cap and j cap. What is the other thing given? What is the angle which this vector makes with the x axis? So the other thing is the x axis. Can we take a unit vector in the direction of x axis? Because unit vector will only have magnitude 1. It will be only giving you the direction, which is the direction of the x axis, which is required over here. So no harm in taking a unit vector along the x direction, because multiplying it or its dot product will give you the same result. So we know cos theta is equals to A dot B upon magnitude of A and magnitude of B. What is vector A is this. What is vector B over here? It is I cap. Okay, you can take 2 I cap, 3 I cap, 4 I cap, anything. What is important over here? X axis. The direction is the x axis. So if you take 2 I cap, then 2 I cap is a vector having magnitude 2 and direction in the direction of positive x axis. So angle, in any ways we want the angle between them. Okay, or whether you take 2 I cap, 3 I cap, 4 I cap, doesn't matter. Angle between them is going to be same. I hope you're getting it. So we can take here cos theta is equals to A dot B. A dot B is I dot I, that is 1, plus j dot j is 0 upon magnitude of A. Magnitude of A is under root of 1 square plus 1 square, that is root 2. Magnitude of B is under root of 1 square, that is 1. So cos theta is 1 by root 2. Okay, root 2 into root 1 is root 2. So cos theta is 1 by root 2, so theta is 45 degrees. So this is how you can find the angle between two vectors using dot product. You can also take a variation in this question and find the angle that vector I cap plus j cap makes with the z axis or makes with the y axis. What will you do if the question is to find the angle which it makes with the z axis? Then in the z direction take a unit vector. What will be that? Right, k cap. So vector A is this, vector B will be k cap 2, k cap 3, k cap whatever. Okay. And if it is asked in the y-axis, then the unit vector will be j cap, right? So these are some kind of questions which can be asked on the dot product. Keep doing more numericals from wherever you get. Keep practicing and comment for your doubts. Thank you.